My name is Hillary Torres, and this week in our module, we discuss technology within the classroom. And I'm going to dive right in because I have a lot of information that I want to cover, a lot of great information to go over with y'all. But the first thing that I want to touch on is the ISTE standards for educators. Before taking this course this week, I had no idea that there was even such standards that we as educators can facilitate and measure how we use technology in the classroom. The one that stood out to me the most was the facilitator. Right here, the number 6, and it says educators facilitate learning with technology to support student achievement of the IST standards for students educators. And the last one that I really liked and that I think is very applicable in the classroom is the 6D, and it says model and nurture creativity and creative expression to communicate ideas, knowledge, or connections. And for me, as a future educator, I believe that this rule and this guideline right here as a facilitator, if I'm incorporating technology into my lesson plan personally, I'm going to ask myself, does it model and does it nurture and create creativity and communicate ideas where the kids can visually make connections and knowledge to the lesson as well as the technology device that's being utilized? The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys was the lesson plan that I had received from one of my coworkers. She is currently a first grade teacher. This is her second year teaching. Her name is Miss Franklin. She utilized technology in the classroom quite often. She used Class Dojo to monitor class behavior. She used Brain Pop throughout the day to take little brain breaks for the class. She used like random number, spinning wheel to ask kids questions in the classroom and keep them engaged. However, with this lesson plan that she shared with me, the unit was over America the Beautiful and for patriotism. And as you can see, she explains in her lesson plan right here about America and the symbols of patriotism and the different ideas that she wanted to develop. And also right here, something that I felt like correlated and went along with the IST standards about the facilitator of using technology is under the 21st century skills. And it says creativity, collaboration, community, communication, and critical thinking. She goes down and she says what type of technology she's going to be using. And the link that I want to share with you guys that I thought was really creative and really engaging was the link to view a live viewing of the bald eagle. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this link to show you, and it ties into the symbols, into patriotism, into her lesson. So as you can see, the website is just explore.org and it's live cams. And if you go down, I'll go ahead and I will click on this and you guys can see a little bit of a live video. And this is a nest. You can't really see anything right now, but you can scroll down and you can go to different nests. Like this one is Fraser Point Bald Eagle. This one is a nest. Right here is another nest. It tells you a little bit about the person who founded it. And this is in California. However, just using this type of tool and technology in the classroom, it gives the children a sense of excitement, especially as first graders, for them to get to see and just to get to engage and see what a bald eagle looks like and to see how they interact. So that just goes back to her lesson plan, and it just goes step by step, day by day. It has reflections. So after looking at Miss Franklin's lesson plan and looking at the website that she provided to use for technology in the classroom, we can easily see that she tied in the live video feed of the bald eagle into symbolism, into patriotism, and for what America the Beautiful is. So that was the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys about Miss Franklin's lesson plan and incorporating technology. And something else I wanted to share with you guys was I had the opportunity to go into a SPED classroom this week and watch a kindergartner who has autism use technology in the classroom. And the teacher, Miss Wheat, she's a resource teacher, she was working on letter sounds and letter recognition with this little boy. And as you will watch the video, I wanted to share with you guys and let you know that technology is very prevalent, and it is something that is very awesome, and it is a tool that not only can be used in the general education classroom, but it can also be used in the special education classroom as well. So I'm going to click on this video and let you guys just watch a little glimpse of it for a few seconds. Isn't that video really cool? So not only is technology something that is important to use in the general education classroom within your lesson plan, but it's also something that is very, very cool to integrate and to use into the special education classroom. And it kind of ties into what we talked about in the last module about students with disabilities. So I just want to share that with you guys. Now moving on to my survey, I interviewed 7 teachers, and from my interview, you can see I had asked 10 questions. I asked what grade that they currently taught, and I only interviewed teachers from kindergarten to 5th grade because that's the area. Early elementary education is the area that I'm most interested in that target audience. So I interviewed those teachers that taught those grades. I asked how they incorporate technology into the classroom and what type of tools that they use. Teachers said that they use Prodigy Math, Moby Max, Chromebooks to display educational videos. Also, I asked if you felt like technology in the classroom is important and helps students learn new information and to retain their previous taught lessons, and all 7 of them said yes, it definitely helps them retain their information. Something I thought was interesting too is I asked their favorite piece of technology, and most of them said their Google Slides. And as you can see, I just kind of progressed and I go down and ask them 10 questions about technology. One question I asked is if they felt comfortable using technology in the classroom, and 7 of them, all of them, said that yes, they do feel comfortable and that they do have somebody in their school who is a technology education teacher, that she goes around. Her name is Miss Armstrong, and she will give lessons even to the students about how to use Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Sheets, any type of technology-based question that you could ask. And finally, I wanted to share with you guys a question that I asked them, and in return it will help me, my 5 questions that I will ask myself before I create a lesson plan. And I'll pull that up to help me guide my own technology. And the first one is it meaningful? Will it enhance the student's learning of the lesson being presented? Does the material present through the website align with the age of the classroom? Is it age appropriate? And is the technology going to be effective? Is it going to add a new skill for the kids to learn, to maybe add on to another lesson sequel that's maybe a couple months or a couple weeks down the road? Is the app user friendly? And this is really important, especially if you're working with the younger grades, because you don't want to waste your time as a teacher trying to log everybody in or have passwords and stuff for them to use. And then finally, is technology the best method to practice or access a skill? So thank you for listening to my vlog, and I hope that it was beneficial and educational to you guys, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much.